And I'm tired of this motherfucker and his low-effort, bitch-made content flying across people's feeds at all. These motherfuckers picked the wrong one to fuck with. And let me tell you, I am not the one. I am not the motherfucking one. You thought I was deranged before? Just wait. Because it's about to get a whole lot more intense.
The person that we're about to talk about today is absolutely unhinged. He has been stalking me for nearly a decade. I spent months and hundreds of dollars to make a game. It's called Super Dapper Man vs. Furries, and I put it on Steam where people can play the game for free. Putting a game on Steam alone costs over $100, and I did this. I spent all these countless months and hundreds of dollars to do this. Friends and my family could enjoy the game I have created years after making it. It's just cool to have your own video game, you know? It's my first game ever. Never made one before. I'm absolutely new to coding. Coded it all by myself. Took an insane and unspeakable amount of work and effort and playtesting to get it right. It's got 6 worlds, a boss fight, and 7 enemy types who all play differently. I put the game on Steam and I had 1 negative review out of 20 positive ones. So I had 19 positive reviews and 1 negative. It was over 95% positive. Enter Jeremiah, a person who I have had a staggering 7-year beef with.
Hey y'all, it's your resident internet villain at it again. What I did wrong this time was I had the audacity to play and review a game negatively and tell other people to play and review the game.
First off, you forgot to mention a couple things. 1, you only reviewed it because me and you have a decade-old internet feud. There was no way in fucking hell you were ever going to review this game positively, and shocker, you did it. Then you told your audience of 15,000 on Twitter to review this piece of shit game in a post that's complaining about me. That's called review bombing. Obviously, you didn't want them to review the game positively. You wouldn't have said anything if you wanted that. You obviously wanted them to review it negatively. That's review bombing, and that's against the terms of service. Yes, you get your account banned for that. I don't know if they're going to, but if they do, it's understandable. And you broke the rules, dude. I didn't.
Because of that, the developer wants me banned from both Steam and Twitter. Seriously.
No, neither's true. I don't want you banned from Steam. Simply put, I just don't want you telling your audience to review bomb my game. That's it. You even posted a direct link to my game where it takes you straight to the Steam page where people could just easily leave a review in seconds. That is fucked up, dude. Why are you telling people to review bomb my game? That is messed up. You're the bad guy here, not me. Oh, he reported me for breaking terms of service and trying to destroy his months of work and hundreds of dollars spent on the game. He's the bad guy. No, motherfucker, you're clearly in the wrong here. Everybody can see that. If you have eyes, you can see that. And I don't want your account banned on Steam. I just want you to stop doing this and stop encouraging your audience to leave negative reviews. That's it. And I can't force you to do that. And you're probably too immature to do that, to stop doing this. You're clearly unhinged and don't have a life. Take your fucking meds, dude. And then you say, I want you banned from Twitter too. I don't want you banned from Twitter either. When did I ever say I'm going to ban you from Twitter or try to ban you from Twitter? I didn't even report your tweets that were obviously against terms of service. I didn't even report them because I don't want you banned from Twitter. You're just making shit up out of your ass. Here's your proof of that where I'm trying to get you banned from Twitter. I never said that ever in my life. You're making this up. You're pulling this out of your ass. You're pulling both things out of your ass. I don't want you banned from either platform.
Make matters more hilarious, this is a right-wing anti-woke kind of motherfucker. So he's trying to suppress criticism even though he claims that he doesn't like cancel culture and the like, because these people will so often lash out in the kinds of ways that they say one should not, as long as they're the...
Look, I'm not mad because you criticize my game. Review my game negatively over a fucking decade-old beef, dude. I don't care. You obviously play the game 12 minutes. That's what Steam said. Steam's little review thing shows you exactly how long you play the game when you do the review. And it said you play the game 11 fucking minutes, bro. 11 goddamn minutes. Yeah, you didn't play the fucking game. You didn't even get past the tutorial. So you're sitting here saying that the game's awful and you write like 3 paragraphs on how bad it is. off of fucking less than... You spent more time writing about it than you did playing it. You didn't even play the goddamn game. So stop acting like it's just criticism. It wasn't criticism over my game. It was criticism over me. You don't like me, so you reviewed my game bad. That's fine with me. Go ahead and review my game negatively. It's just one review. It's not going to make or break me. But what does make and break me is when you sit there and you tell your audience of 15,000 on Twitter to review bomb my game. And you were telling your audience to review bomb it. Let's make no mistake about it. You may say, oh, well, I didn't tell them to review it negatively. Yeah, you told your audience to review the game in a thread complaining about me, telling them the game's a piece of shit. Yeah, that's not encouraging them at all. Bullshit. You linked to my game directly so they could spend 3 seconds not even playing my game and just reviewing it instantly to destroy its reputation. Because that was your goal to begin with. And get this, you know what he did? He went into my server on Discord about Super Dapper Man vs. Furries, the game, and he requested a Steam key, and it says right on the review that he used a Steam key, meaning he got it from me. He used a sock account, a fake account on Discord to get a Steam key to negatively review it because he was too much of a cheapskate to pay for it himself. It was $1 at the time. Yeah, he didn't even have $1, I guess. But anyways, he did all that stalking just to review bomb the game. It's fucking insane, dude. This guy is unhinged. And why does he hate my guts so much? This is the kicker. It's because I insulted his chili dogs. Making a joke. I said your chili dogs look disgusting. By the way, your beer looks sweaty. I dare you to lick it. And it was supposed to be funny. He was supposed to laugh. He was going to make a video with me because we were friends at the time. But after that, the unhinged psycho came out, and he's been stalking me ever since, slandering me as much as he can. I honestly thought he would laugh, but he lost his goddamn mind, and he smeared me as a pedo defender and all sorts of things ever since. This is classic Jeremiah. He has done this sort of behavior for years to anyone who crosses him. It's a little strange when everyone who crosses him ends up being a pedo or a pedo defender, according to him. This was true even back nearly a decade ago when he called this person Riley a pedo. I didn't believe him, of course. Who would? Anyone who crossed Jeremiah, even back then, was called this. Riley's house burned down with their dogs and he lost them in the fire. I shared their link to their GoFundMe. I found out halfway through the day he was a pedo for reals, and I deleted the link to the GoFundMe. It could have happened to anybody. It was just a minor mistake. But Jeremiah was fine for this for years and never said anything until I insulted his chili dogs years later. Now suddenly I'm a pedo defender, and he's been stalking me ever since. Constantly following me and talking shit, smearing me as much as he can. But I got a question. How am I a pedo defender? How does unknowingly linking to a GoFundMe of a pedo meaning you are a pedo defender? When did I defend this pedo or his positions? I never did. It's a lie. The dude is deranged and needs to take his meds.
One's on the line this time. This developer made a game called Super Dapper Man vs. Furries. Every bit as cringe as it sounds. It's his self-insert because he's Mr. Dapperton. He's killing the furries because they have the nukes. That's the extent of the storyline, and I use that term extremely loosely. I put my heart and soul into it for many months. I'm a big ol' meanie bad guy because I had the audacity to negatively review it in a way with which he does not agree.
You sat there and lied about the game, making definitive statements when you couldn't even get past the tutorial. You only played the game for 11 minutes, dude. So, like, you're sitting there saying that the game has no story. It starts off with a story as soon as you boot it up. That was a lie. You said it was a GoFundMe. That was a lie. You said there was one enemy class. There's 7. But how would you even know when you only played the tutorial? I'm impressed that you were even able to, like, bullshit your way into making a review that was, like, 3 paragraphs long when you didn't even play the goddamn game at all. It was nothing but lies. It was absolutely stacked to the brim with just nonsense and bullshit. Like, you said that the game was repetitive, had repetitive music. How would you know? The game has no, like, okay, the game has the music on random, right? So there's 20 tracks. And the game, the music is on random, and there's no repeats. He wouldn't even hear the same song twice. It would be impossible. So he didn't play the game long enough to even hear the entire music soundtrack, but he's sitting there saying that it's repetitive. How is it repetitive? You didn't even hear the same song twice once. Anyways, point is, he just lied throughout the entire fucking review. He didn't even play the goddamn game, like I said. Look at this. 0.2 hours. That's not playing the game. That's 12 fucking minutes, dude. He didn't play the goddamn game. I cannot stress this enough. He's not doing a fair criticism like he claims.
You don't have to agree. I'm allowed my opinions, and in the spirit of you trying to get me banned from multiple places,
Another lie. When did I try to get you banned from multiple places?
including places that I've poured quite a bit of money into, like Steam, I'm going to review your game very professionally, and I'm going to pick it the fuck apart, taking every minute detail that has anything wrong with it, and I'm going to put it under a fucking microscope.
This doesn't sound like a fair, unbiased review. This seems like the opposite. You're doing the exact thing I'm saying you're doing. Like, you're just proving me right. You're a fucking imbecile. I mean, I can't stress that enough. You are a fucking joke. How do you think this is going to convince anybody that you're in the right? This is obviously you in the wrong. I mean, you're just doubling, tripling down. You're like, oh, well, you thought I was biased before. Wait until you see this review. It's going to be super duper biased. Yeah, man, that's proven to me and everybody else that you're not a biased prick. Please, for the love of God, Jeremiah, get back on your meds, dude.
If you wanted to piss me off by actually doing targeted harassment, you did that. But now, you fucked with the wrong person. Your game is never going to look worse than when I put it right the fuck in front of people. Get ready. You want to see some bullshit? I am being falsely accused of doxing for using the first name.
You are such a liar. You used my first and last name. You used my full legal fucking name.
Of an AI-generated content thief who admits to making content with AI, and that is music.
And images for my video game, which you complain about too. Using AI isn't the same as stealing images. It's not. You conflating the two is ridiculous. AI works like humans. They see various images, they get inspired. You do something original, inspired by the images you saw. You don't do collages. AI is the same. And even if I was using AI and it was stealing images somehow, that does not give you the right to fucking dox me.
He doesn't have a band. This was not performed by one. He admits that his music is AI generated. And the only thing that was generated by him was the lyrics.
Dude, you don't even know how AI works. You don't just press a button and then it makes a song. You got to go through generation after generation after generation, and you got to find the right song artist. You got to find the right way they sing it. You have to go through thousands of versions of each song that you create to find the perfect one. And it's not simple. It's not easy. And there's a lot more to it than just pressing one button one time and it's a perfect fucking song. It doesn't work that way. There's millions of factors that you have to change to get the song you want. Like, he even said this with my video game. Oh, well, you use some AI generated images in your game, so therefore the game isn't original. And the game is completely AI. Like, you just throw a couple pictures, like you throw a picture of Dapper Man and a couple furries in a game, and you throw it in a folder, and a play button appears, and you can just play the game. It doesn't work that way. You got to code. You got to design the levels. You got to do a lot more than just get images. It's so funny. He's sitting here lecturing everybody how like AI works, and he doesn't know the first thing about it. He doesn't know the first thing about game design or music design for that matter. He doesn't know any of the shit he's talking about. Like, yes, I used AI generated images in my game, but when I did it, I drew them myself in Paint, and then I used AI to enhance them to make them look better. That's my image. It is originally my image. And then on top of that, I got to Photoshop the image 100 times to make all the animations out of it. So it all starts with the original image, right? Like for example, like a furry or something. And then I got to animate a death. I got to animate 30 frames for death, then 30 frames for walking, and 30 frames for this, 30 frames for that, 30 frames for hurt, 30 frames for an attack. You get what I'm saying. It's a lot of work. It's literally hundreds of images that are literally made by me. The only one that's AI generated is just enhanced by AI, and the original image was made by me, and it was only one image that was actually AI. The rest are handmade and photoshopped by me. So it's just bullshit. Like, he's just lying. Like, the whole game is made by me, and he's sitting there acting like AI made it, and that's not true at all.
So he got like AI to make music based on some prompts and a lyric set that he fed it. And he then distributed it through an institution called DistroKid, which sends it to a ton of different platforms like Apple Music, Spotify, and a variety of other shit. It will also distribute it to YouTube Music so that, you know, like when you see an artist and it says artist name topic, that's because it's been like distributed typically. It's not because it's like, you know, the artists themselves who like personally uploaded it to that channel. Now, why am I bringing all of this up? Because when DistroKid distributes it, it oftentimes distributes it with the information that the person provides. In this case, this person provided their full name, his full name, to DistroKid, who then credited him as a songwriter on the album on Apple Music.
And I personally told you that was a mistake. When I sat there and I gave them my information, I thought it would be private, but it wasn't. They put it out in the public to Apple. So I'm trying to change it, but I changed it through DistroKid, and it says it might take a couple of weeks for it to change on Apple, or if it does at all. But the point is, I don't want it shared, and you're sharing it because you're doxing me. That's what doxing is. It's sharing private information maliciously. It's not. Doxing isn't just your information existing online. Of course, your information exists. You, the listener, right now, your address exists online. Your phone number exists online. Your name exists online. People sharing it maliciously, that's what's doxing. It's not your information existing. Everyone's information exists online. When I told you I don't want this information shared, I don't want my name shared, you should have been like, oh, okay, my bad. I'll delete the tweet, I'll delete the video. But you didn't. You doubled down and shared it even more because you knew that was harassing me and I didn't like it. And that's precisely why you're doing it, is to harass me. That is literally the definition of doxing. Look at this. ChatGPT knows. ChatGPT knows everything on the internet, and this is what they had to say. Pause and read it. But anyways, this shit is ridiculous. Stop doxing me, motherfucker.
Because let me tell you, he's as fake as they come. And when it comes down to it, I'm really good at sussing out the fakes. And I'm tired of this motherfucker and his low-effort, bitch-made content flying across people's feeds at all. Because let me be super clear, liars like this, frauds, those who have so little talent that they have to rely on AI, those people should not have nearly the attention that they currently do. And I'm hoping to be able to contribute to the counter economy of this increasingly mainstream slop. So, with that being said, expect this to escalate.
Take your meds, psycho.